Hey there, I'm Tommy Ferguson with Lab Section 23, and I'm going to briefly talk about the disease diabetes mellitus. Diabetes is the body's inability to produce any or insufficient amounts of insulin. Now, insulin is the hormone that decreases your blood glucose levels or your blood sugar. Now, what glucose is the fuel for your cells in your body, or just fuel for your body, energy, right? So again, diabetes is the body's inability to produce any or insufficient amounts of insulin. Now what happens when you eat a meal is the carbohydrates or starches in that meal are broken down into glucose, and then what happens is your glucose, like any other nutrients, is absorbed into your blood. And what happens with insulin is your pancreas secretes insulin, and the insulin brings the glucose from your blood into your body cells for energy, so your cells have energy, right? Now, that's with a normal person. Now, if somebody has diabetes and the insulin's not present, what happens is you eat your meal, right, and your glucose is then collecting in your blood, and there's no insulin to bring your glucose to your body cells, right? So what happens is that glucose just keeps collecting in your blood, just keeps circulating, right? And what happens is when glucose levels can reach deadly levels in your blood, what happens is you can either cause nerve damage, you have a stroke, cause blindness, you can lose your body parts, arms or legs, and it can also cause heart disease due to stress in your blood vessels, which heart disease is the leading cause of death in America today. So that's really, in a nutshell, what diabetes is. Type 1 is juvenile diabetes, more common in children, but can really happen at any age almost. It's far less prevalent than type 2 diabetes. Type 1, you have absolutely no insulin production. Now, type 2 is usually induced from obesity, and is also the most common type. About 95% of all people with diabetes have type 2. And yeah, so those are the types. And now the symptoms for diabetes are, for both types, are rapid and unusual weight loss, impaired vision, frequent urination, extreme thirst or hunger, fatigue because your body cells aren't getting the glucose for energy, right? And with type 2, the most prevalent ones are your cuts or bruises heal extremely slowly, or you have tingly hands and feet, right? So there is no cure for diabetes. There's only treatments through insulin injections or insulin pumps. Now, insulin injection is just through a syringe you inject insulin, and insulin pump is basically a artificial pancreas that secretes insulin into your blood vessels. So that's really everything there is to tell you about diabetes in such a short time. My references were from my anatomy textbook, nutrition textbook, diabetes.org, and livestrong.org. Okay, thank you.